Getting lean is easy, but staying lean, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's where 90% of people fail. You've probably done it. Lost 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 pounds. You started to feel incredible. Then 6 months later, you've put it all back on and then some. The problem isn't your willpower. It's that nobody teaches you that second part of the equation. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how to get lean in the next 60 days and stay lean for the foreseeable future. I'm Josh, and I'm an online fitness coach who specializes in helping shift workers drop body fat, build muscle, gain confidence, and renew their energy without giving up their favorite things like chocolate, alcohol, or ice cream, or without them spending their life in the gym. In the past 12 months alone, I've helped over 200 shift workers drop a combined 4,000 pounds just through my methods alone. But most importantly, pretty much all of them have kept it off. My own journey, going from 17 stone 7 down to 84 kilos in 12 months, and I'm still as lean as I was when I first started. My own journey taught me something really critical. That, paired with my nutrition qualification and my PT certification, has allowed me to create a system that effectively works for those who work shifts. I now maintain my results all year round and my clients' results as well. I still enjoy all of my favourite things, biscoff, ice cream, the lot. That's not just a flex, it's just a system. And the clients that I work with, they go on holiday, they go to weddings, they go to parties, they have shift cakes and takeaways, but still manage to stay lean. So let me show you how. The reality, getting lean requires a calorie deficit. There's no magic here. To lose body fat, you need to burn more energy than you consume. For sustainable fat loss, we're aiming for between 0.5% and 1% of your body weight to be lost each week. For most people, that's about 0.5 to a kilos a week. And here's the 60-day breakdown. Laying the foundations with your diet. In weeks 1 and 2, we just want to establish your baseline. I want you to track absolutely everything that you eat, that you drink, that's used in the production of food. Just track it. You can use apps like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer or whatever one you prefer. I don't want you to change absolutely anything. I just want you to become aware of what's got you to this point in the first place. I want you to calculate your average daily calories. And then we also want to identify your protein intake. And just a hint, it's probably too low. From there, we create a 300 to 500 calorie deficit. Not some random 1200 calorie diet that you've seen on Instagram or YouTube. Your actual starting point from where you are. You then want to sort your protein target. And we want 2 grams for every kilo of body weight, or just a gram for every pound. And why? Because protein preserves your muscle mass while shedding fat. You want to lose fat, but you don't want to lose muscle. That's why weight itself doesn't matter. It's actually built on percentage of body fat. High protein also keeps you full and satiated, which allows us to stop snacking. Most people, they snack during the evenings because they've not front loaded their protein. Protein is the most satiating of the macronutrients. It also has the highest thermic effect of feeding. So your body actually burns more calories breaking down protein than it does carbohydrates and fats. So for example, if you weigh 80 kilos, as a minimum, you should be having 160 grams of protein. But the secret sauce, the flexibility rule. And here's why most diets fail. It's because they're not sustainable. You can't have chocolate, you can't have ice cream, you can't have alcohol. If your diet starts like that, then you're gonna fail very, very quickly because that's not sustainable. Social occasions come up, holidays come up, cheeky takeaways with the work lot come up. We don't want you failing at the first hurdle because willpower comes and goes. My clients follow what we call the 80-20 approach. 80% whole foods, 20% little bit of freedom. 80% of their total calories comes from good, nutritious foods, and then 20% they can spend on whatever they want. That might be dessert after dinner, some cakes on shift, or a takeaway. It doesn't matter. One of my clients lost 12 kilos in 8 weeks while still having ice cream every single night because it fit her calories and her protein target. When it comes to training, we want to create a stimulus. You don't need to train more to get lean. You just need to train smarter. 3 to 4 strength training sessions each and every week. Each session lasts between 45 and 60 minutes. We either do full body or an upper and lower split. We want to be focusing on progressive overload. What this means is that we try to make improvements every single time we go into the gym. It's not just the weight that you use, but the amount of reps that you do, the amount of sets that you do, reducing the rest period or increasing the time under tension. And that's how long it takes for you to complete the rep. We are training to try and stimulate our muscles, put them through the most tension as possible so that we're working that muscle. So why strength training? Again, because it preserves your muscle during a calorie deficit. Cardio burns calories, but weight training tones your muscle at the same time. Weight training also builds muscle, which increases your base metabolic rate, and that's how many calories your body burns just doing normal functions. When it comes to your steps, you want to be aiming for 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day, or at the very minimum, whatever you're currently doing as a daily average. Check your phone, check your Fitbit, check your Garmin, and then add 2,000 calories to it. That's going to be your step goal. Increasing your steps by 2,000 each day across the whole month allows you to burn 2 to 3 pounds of body fat just from walking alone. It's what we call our non-exercise activity thermogenesis, our NEAT for short. This is going to be your baseline of daily calories burned. Walking doesn't need to be complicated. Park further away at the supermarket, take the stairs instead of the lift, walk during your lunch breaks. Walking is underrated and it burns so many more calories than people think. And then the glue, your mindset. This is what separates from people who succeed and those who don't. Weeks 1 and 2, expect adaptation discomfort. Your body will feel hungry. That is normal. You're eating less than you used to. Hunger is not an emergency. It's genuinely just feedback. Weeks 3 and 4, we start to see some momentum build. You'll start seeing changes in the mirror. You'll start to see a little bit of reflection on the scale and in how your clothes fit. This is where your belief starts to kick in. And then weeks 5 to 8, your results compound. By between weeks 5 and 8, people start noticing. Your colleagues, your family, your friends. This external validation reinforces you that everything that you are doing is currently working. But here's the truth. Motivation often fades. Discipline is what will carry you through. Discipline is doing something that's hard, even when you don't feel like doing it. You'll find that there's an identity shift. You'll go from saying, I need to lose weight, or I am losing weight, to I'm looking after my body. That mental shift changed absolutely everything. You're no longer then on a diet. This is a lifestyle and you're building habits that last forever. You're becoming a leaner version of yourself. So then part 2, staying lean. Most people, they celebrate hitting their weight goal and then immediately after that, all of their habits that they've just created go out the window. That weight then starts to come back on quicker than it came off. Within 3 to 6 months, all of that weight is back. And here's why. You treated getting lean as a temporary phase and not a lifestyle that lasts forever. And the metabolism reality. When you lose weight, your maintenance calorie drops. If you were 90 kg and now you're 80 kg, your body requires fewer calories to maintain that weight. This is what we call adaptive thermogenesis. Your metabolism, it adapts to your new size. So what do most people do? They hit their goal, they then think I'm done and immediately go back to what got them there in the first place. The weight comes right back on. So how to get lean? This is the system. Number 1 is the reverse diet. After your 60-day deficit, you don't go straight back to eating everything in sight. You gradually increase your calories by 100 to 150 per week whilst trying to maintain the same body weight. We do this for 4 to 6 weeks until we hit our maintenance calories. This allows your body to adapt its metabolism upwards, which doesn't result in fat gain. It's not sexy, but it works. It is a process though. Number 2, flexible eating becomes your lifestyle. Remember that ice cream that I mentioned and that biscoff? That's not a cheat meal anymore. That's just a Tuesday. When you build flexibility into your system from day 1, there's no rebound. There's no binge cycle and there's definitely no falling off the wagon because you were never on a wagon to begin with. I maintain my results daily whilst eating biscoff because it fits my calorie and my protein target. My clients do the exact same thing with their favorite foods. Number 3, non-negotiable habits. Here's what I do for long-term success. Protein first at every single meal. It's the first thing that goes on my plate. I'm aiming for 40 grams with each meal. It preserves muscle mass and stabilizes your energy. Resistance training, 3 to 4 days a week, every single week. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym 6 days a week. Just pick 3 or 4 and commit to them every single time. This also maintains your muscle mass and your metabolic rate. Having a daily steps baseline. Like I said, 7 to 10,000 a day. If you do more than that whilst at work, increase it by 2,000 on average. This maintains your calorie expenditure. And then weekly weigh-ins. I don't need you to do it daily, but we want to do it weekly so that we can catch any trends early. If your weight creeps up 2 to 3 kilos above your goal weight, you course correct immediately. You don't wait until it's 10 kilos and then start from scratch again. Number 4, the identity anchor. This is the physiology that changes absolutely everything. You're not somebody who went on a diet and lost weight. You're somebody who trains consistently. Health and fitness are at the forefront of their identity. You're somebody who prioritizes protein and you're somebody who values your health. That identity keeps you lean when motivation disappears. I have clients who have maintained results for 12, 16, 18, 24 months because of this identity shift. And it's now time for you to do the same. They're not trying to be lean anymore. They are lean. So here's the truth about getting lean and staying lean. Getting lean requires a calorie deficit and effort. Give it 60 to 90 days of constant effort, reap the rewards, and then it's easy to maintain. Staying lean requires the sustainability of your habits, flexibility, and an identity shift. Most people only do the first part. Then they wonder why all the weight comes back on. If you want to be in a small percentage of people that get the weight off and keep it off, you need a system that's built for the long game, not just a short-term result. I've done it myself. I've helped over 250 people do it, and the applications for my coaching program are listed in the description below or in my bio if you want help building a system that actually works for you and your lifestyle. Subscribe for more shift-friendly and evidence-based fat loss methods, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now go build that body you actually will keep.